How to make and keep friends. In my last podcast called How to Make Good Friends, we talked about how to make new friends. Listen up to find out about how to keep your friends. Welcome to the Best Years Podcast. This is Dr. Darlene at whatstopsyou.com, speaking to Generation X and baby boomers who want more. I'll share power, skills, and tools with you to get your mojo back on a conscious and unconscious level. Be ready for real and lasting change. So, like I said, we talked about in the other podcast how to make new friends, find a best friend, or make friends as an adult, etc. Now, this podcast is similar but different. It's more about how to keep your friends and have a synergistic relationship for life. Yeah? Sounds good? We talked about how girls have girlfriends and guys have buddies, and all this information, just so you know, is interchangeable. So keep in mind that if I refer to girlfriends or guy friends, it's just interchangeable. In the How to Make Friends podcast, I mentioned this is how you do it. Quick overview is you make a list of old friends you've ever had or acquaintances that you have now that are a little distant, someone you know through someone, or even an old list from high school or even grade school. And then when you call them up, you say, hey, blast from the past. And then I talk to you in that podcast about what to say. I talk to you about verbiage when you meet someone new at the gym or somewhere, to say the verbiage quote, hey, call me. Hey, you want to get coffee sometime? Or something like that. And that starts the relationship and opens it. And I talked about how to sort and look around for girlfriends, realizing they're all over the place. You just need to ask. You're not the only one that wants a friend. Every girl around you, almost every girl around you wants to have a friend if you find something in common. Now, one-on-one girlfriends are really, really, really awesome. Healthy relationships that are long-term are irreplaceable. There's no doubt about it. Just no doubt. And having two girlfriends, yeah, is even better sometimes. How about 3 friends? How about 4? How about 5? Now, here's the thing. In high school, groups were a bit harder because there's jealousy going on. And I hope we've outgrown that. And if not, I share a bit more about the death of jealousy later in this podcast, which is, by the way, very short. So make sure that you hang out to hear about that, because jealousy, you just shoot yourself in the foot right there. Forget it. Don't even worry about making friends or girl groups if you're going to have that at all. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. So let's say you want to keep your friends, and also you want to have more than one friend. So we talked about if you ignore any relationship in the world, even a dog, if you ignore a relationship, it will dissolve or die. So the way to keep a friend is keep asking about them, keep calling them, keep referring to them, wish them happy birthday, be on it, be engaged, and be involved. And go forward with that relationship. So that's one of the ways to keep a friend. And it will work because there's no one who doesn't love having attention or friends around them. There's just no one that doesn't like that. So, and by the way, the noises you'll hear in the background, I have a new puppy and he's going to be bolting in here in a moment, and he's chewing chew sticks. And if I put him in a cage or a kennel, he'll scream. And he's barking outside. So just know you're going to hear that. And you're also going to hear my rooster. I know, right? At any time of the day. Anytime. So those are the sounds you'll be hearing in the background, because I just live on this really cool property with really cool stuff all over me that is alive. So cool. All right. So back to this. The best way to keep friends and grow friends and in groups is to plan and organize and go on a girls' trip. Again, the best way to keep friends and grow friends is to plan and organize and go on a girls' trip. Oh my gosh. Or a buddies trip. Promise you. Guaranteed 2 things. One of 2. It's guaranteed to make you bond deeper or split you up, right? I should probably say LOL right there. So yeah, you go on a girls' trip for 5 days, and trust me, you're going to come out stronger, or you're going to say, not for me, which is cool. Which is what we want, isn't it? I always say I date girlfriends. I'll say, hey, want to grab coffee? And we do. Literally haven't seen them for 7-10 years. And I happen to see them in the market. And we say that sentence. You want to meet for Coke or coffee or lunch? We meet and I'm dating her, meaning, do I want to continue this relationship? No, not so much. Or, oh my gosh, I love her. Sometimes we bond with people that don't evidently have a lot in common that we can see that we have in common. It's just there's a bond, a natural rapport that occurs between you and someone else, or it doesn't. It's like, bleh, no. And we don't, God said love everyone, but he never said like everyone. I love that saying. We aren't told we have to like everybody. And, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like everybody. In fact, the older I get, the less people I like. And is that okay? Yeah, it's okay for me because that's the way it is. I don't like to hang out with everyone. I'm picky, and that's okay, especially at my age. I want to be around people who edify me, who uplift me, and that I edify them and uplift them. That's called social construction theory. And it's a theory that says if there's not a reciprocal relationship, it will dissolve. And so I need to get something from my girlfriend to want to be her friend. Okay? It's just the fact. I admit it. And she needs to get something from me in order for her to be involved. It needs to go both ways. Ever had that friend? It was one direction. She liked you more than you liked her. Oh no. Or you just really want to be her friend, but she just kind of doesn't call you back. And the saying, when you don't get a text back, it means no. You text someone, they don't text you back, it means no, especially in the dating world, right? So so as we get older, we can be picky about our friends, and that's okay. We are dating friends to see if we like them, to want to hang out. And now we're talking about girls groups here, or guy buddy groups that grow and get bigger. And how do you do it? In a moment, I'm going to tell you 3 key secrets, I guess, that are imperative to understand when it comes to a girl or a guy group to keep the group going and how it works. So I've been to Park City, Caribbean cruise with girlfriends. There was 4 of us on one trip, 5 on another, 6 on another. Hawaii, I just got back from Los Angeles. I've gone to various beaches with girlfriends. We just love birthdays because it's an excuse to all go somewhere. And we have a saying with this group of about 6 or 7 of us that when it's your birthday, we will all do whatever you want to do on your birthday. If you want to go to Wicked in New York, we're there. If you want to go to anywhere, we'll do it. And usually it's something like I just want dinner at a nice restaurant, or I just want to go to the park or hiking. But honestly, this last trip was my girlfriend's birthday. She wanted to go to Huntington Beach, and that's what we did, because that's what we do. So you can do trips like that, or you can have a sleepover. I've done that with one of our friends' homes, or we go dancing together as a group of 3 to 7 people, dining, golfing, hiking, etc. And then we have, and take notes here, a text group so that we can stay in touch with each other and share ideas with each other, or relationship drama, or wish each other happy birthday, or ask advice about our children or grandchildren, or share exciting things we've done on this group me or group text. Is just so fabulous. Sometimes we wake up and say, happy day to all. Or at night, we're like, anybody up? I totally need to talk to somebody at 1 a.m. And then one person will be up and say, call me. And they'll call and we'll chat about whatever we need to talk about. So I love my girlfriend groups that have grown deeper and deeper and deeper. Right now, we're planning Thursday night, margarita night at Chili's restaurant for a standing girls date. How fun is that? And we look forward to it each week so much, to just know that we're all there. It's kind of like Friends or Seinfeld. We just know that our group's going to be kind of the same group, and we can enjoy each other and build on these relationships. So I've got hints for you of how you do this, because if you do it wrong, you will not have a girls group. I'm telling you. In my girls group, if one of us moves away, we're still on the text group. And when they visit us, they visit, it's always a wonderful celebration, and it's just awesome. So do you want a girls group? If you want one, listen up on how to create one and how to keep one with 3 key points. Here's your first key point. Number 1, obviously, you want a girls group with girls who have things in common. Certainly not everything in common. You may have one girl group for freaking fun dancing, looking for guys, You might have another girls group that's more of a higher enlightenment group, and you meditate together and do sound bowls. I'm in that group too. And share spiritual feelings. Love it. And then you may have another girls group with religious similarities. You may serve together. How about another group where you have you go places with your kids or grandkids, talk about mothering ideas, grandparenting ideas, and all the groups fulfill different needs that you have. And it's 100% okay at this age to have different groups that don't include all the other girls. It's okay. And again, we're going to talk about jealousy. I don't want to be a part of Emily's this group that they basket weave because I don't like basket weaving. If she may have a group of those friends and they're going on a retreat, fine. In fact, one of my dear friends that's in one of my main groups is she's a yoga instructor and she goes on yoga retreats and I don't need to go with her. She has that group of friends that she's bonded so deeply with that are her peeps for that. But then she's in my group for the things that we enjoy together. See how cool this is. I just love it so much. So I'm going to explain how to keep a girl group together and why they work and sometimes they don't. Moving on. So that's number 1. Number 2, let's say you have a girls group of 5. One of the things that makes a girl group cohesive, listen up, is when each person in the group has a personal relationship with each other girl in the group. So let's say we have Susie and Anna in your group and Susie and Anna get together for lunch. And then Anna and Grace go to a movie. And then Grace and Heather go walking on Wednesdays. And Heather and Sandra go to McDonald's every Thursday with the grandkids. So we don't all have to do everything all together. But really and truly, when you have a girls group that really works long term, each person in the group has a personal relationship with each person in the group individually. I hope that makes sense to you. And no one's jealous. It's like, oh, wow, that's cute. So-and-so and so-and-so went to a movie and they sent us all a picture because they just happened to be talking about it and they did it. Or one of the girls in my main group is we go walking for reals on Wednesdays, like I said. And we really enjoy that. And the other girls in the group know we go walking on Wednesdays. It's kind of obvious that they're invited if they want, but they all have different times for jobs. And so it's just really supported. How did you guys do on your walk or go to the gym together? So that's something that's probably counterintuitive that you would pair up within a group of 5 or 6 and pair up individually. It's actually brilliant, masterful. And if you look at every single girls group that's really cohesive, that's how they do it. And you will notice that is always the case. So moving on, number 3. I kind of mentioned this. Fun to make a group me or group text to keep in touch, plan events, and like I said, share special pictures or occasions or exciting news, and it keeps the relationship solid between outings. And so I wanted to bring that up again because the point is it's really a key one of the 3 to keep the group going. If you don't have some type of communication, then it will start to dissolve. And so I wanted to repoint that out to you. So when each member of the group has an individual relationship with the other girls in the group, then that's what makes a tight friend group. So thinking back to high school, yep, I felt bad when, these are real names, I'm not protecting the innocent. When Debbie and Ellen got together, it freaked me out. And then Debbie felt bad if Ellen and I got together. Like, what's the big deal? Like, Debbie was so mad at me because I got together with Ellen without her and didn't include her. So hopefully we've grown out of that and we see that that's super appropriate to do. And when 2 of my friends went and did something without me, I support them and love that they did that. It becomes appropriate when I do an activity or phone call with the other girls. So in a mature group of girls, like I said, there can be such love that we honor and respect all the relationships within our circle and nurture each other's relationship, just like our children. When my 2 boys do something together, just my heart swells. When I see my girls talking to one another, they say, we talked an hour on the phone. It makes my heart swell that my 2 girls talked. I don't say, oh, you mean to call me? Sometimes I feel that coming on, but don't. I need to honor that relationship of my kids pairing up. Girl groups that won't work have more of a high school mentality of jealousy, ego, competition, being popular, discriminating, and that's not what we're looking for as we mature. So if one group of girls goes on a trip with the yoga retreat, I honor that. If one group goes here, now, of course, you do feel bad if you're left out, but really think about it. If you're left out, why? It's probably because you don't know the other girls in that other girls group, and you haven't really worked on pairing up with the other girls, so it's not as cohesive, and you have your specific group that you have created. There's my rooster. Yeah, there he is. Now, if you're married, can you do all this? Yes, 1,000 times yes. In fact, it's still necessary to reach out to your feminine friends and enjoy that relationship. And guys too. If you're married, oh yeah, you need to have your buddies. Now, ladies, if your guy's going out with his buddies, yay, support him. And guys, if your woman is going out with her girlfriends, my boyfriends are like, honey, you need to go without your girlfriends. When are you going? Oh, he supports me so much. He loves it because he knows when I'm surrounded by all that estrogen, I come back and I want the testosterone. Hey, this is a true thing. It's absolutely true. When your husbands go off and they beat each other up on the basketball court, they're going to want to come back and snuggle with you even more. Obviously, there's balance in all things. This needs to be balanced. And the spousal relationship or intimate relationship, exclusive, is the most important. And then friends are second to that. Of course, that is true. I hope we all understand that already. So as we have that, if you're married or in a relationship, then the girlfriends need to still be there. And if you're jealous of your spouse, then you need to talk to me or have a session or read a book or pray to God or sing a song and get over that. Jealousy ruins relationships. It's death. Whoa, I could get off topic here. So that's a whole other subject. And I'm sure I will be doing a podcast soon on jealousy. So reach out and join like-minded gals or guys to chat with, laugh with and cry with and grow with. And I'm not talking cross-gender unless there's, gay, lesbian, transgender, and that's all cool. I'm talking about just hetero girls with girls and guys with guys. That's what I'm talking about here. And in all groups, there needs to be no jealousy. One last thing about this is the saying is you can't be jealous of a friend. You can't be jealous of a friend because if you're jealous of someone, you're not a real friend. Again, you can't be jealous of a friend because if you're jealous of someone, you're not their real friend. If you're a real friend, if your real friend won $1 million, you would be nothing but happy for them. So check your jealousy meter. And if you feel jealous, it means you're not the real friend. So as you reach out, like I said, and join the like-minded, you're going to have a great time with your girls groups. I love comments, questions, concerns about this. And let's make the world a better place as we just love each other, grow from relationships, and add to relationships to help others grow as well in their life. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk soon.
If you like what you've heard, please subscribe to my channel so we can hang out. Also, go to www.whatstopsyou.com for notes to this podcast and learn more power skills to indeed live the best years of your life.